So, hello Bear Watchers, and welcome to Monday Measures. I'm gonna grab Mary because she's standing here looking all weird.
I probably look kind of funky. I've been trying to clean everything.
Yeah, it was a big mess in here, so.
Well, like this side of the house is like clean now. I need to get to that side.
Yeah, but like I said in another video, we're gonna do this. It's kind of like a combination between zucchini lasagna, Bean. You get music from Bean.
Such a distraction.
Right. We're gonna do a combination between a zucchini lasagna and a ratatouille. So the secret is in the sauce. I kind of combined the two recipes. I got something in my head, so it's not written down, kind of not written down. And, yeah, I always mess with recipes anyway.
That's how all of her recipes go, which is why I got the tin so I could write them down.
Right? And sometimes I get mad because it'll turn out so good. And it's like, oh man, I should have wrote that down.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you should just grab out the card.
It will be on the video. So
we can look back at this.
Yeah.
And then I can write it down. I can rewatch and write it.
Right. So, all right, so I'm going to get to it. I'm going to show you what we need for this recipe, and we'll get it going.
Yeah.
So I never showed you before the utensils and stuff that I need, but I'm gonna be using Impossible Burger, so it has to be browned like regular burger, and then I'm gonna be sautéing the bell peppers and onion, so I need that, and we're gonna need a 13x9 pan. And if anybody, I just haven't taken the time to get the brown stuff off of here. I mean, I have different things I can use. If anybody has a secret that works really well, let me know.
It just looks like we cook a lot.
Well, we do cook a lot.
I
mean, that's our favorite one.
I use that for all the
We use it at least once a week, at the very least.
Also, I wouldn't classify this as utensils. I would classify it as cookware.
Cookware, whatever. And here's the Impossible Burger. It was frozen, so it's thawed out now. I got thyme, garlic, and because we are gonna try to do everything plant-based, but because we got plant-based vegan mozzarella, we figured we'd go ahead with the ricotta, because I wanted to find the Kite Hill. If I would have gotten it at the co-op the other day, I know they have it there. But we got regular ricotta cheese, and I probably won't use all of this. I'll probably use about half of it, but we're going to use tofu, and then I've got the Raos, and we're trying to do low sugar too. So olive oil, spinach, and some bowls. I heard that. I'm sure it wasn't on the video, but if it's just funny because Kip farted.
Yeah. he was sitting, I closed them into the living room, and he sat down right there, and all you heard is a...
Do you look guilty or what?
He does. He looks
very guilty.
It's so funny. He doesn't care. He's just like
He's
watching
like,
you.
Whatever, let me over there at the food. Okay. We'll start cooking or preparing things here. Oh yeah, Kip distracted us, so we forgot the most important part. We've got tomatoes and zucchinis, yellow squash, and the bell peppers in here, and I gotta go grab an onion because it's in a bag someplace else. So So my veggies are all clean. And, oh no, maybe I should use a bigger pan. I always think, oh, this looks really good, and I always want to put all this extra stuff in there. I got some extra utensils out here. Sorry, I'm chewing on grapes. A knife and a cutting board, and I got a mandolin. I thought I had a different one other than this, because we're gonna need to make long slices with those zucchinis. I'm gonna have to do those without this thing. Hopefully I don't chop my fingers off. We'll start cutting up veggies. So instead of cleaning my onions, I usually use a paper plate, and I get all the outside stuff off the onion. Does anybody else do something like that? And then I'll use the cutting board to cut it. So what did I say Miranda said, Mary? It was something about you don't measure garlic and onions with a spoon, you measure it with your heart.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
I love it, Miranda. I love it. That's exactly true. Oh my gosh, those onions are organic and they're very potent. Woo! Usually onions don't make me cry. These are pretty strong. Maybe I'll only put one in. I'll use that one for something else tomorrow. Let's start chopping because the onions and the bell peppers have to saute. Onions and bell peppers in there, and we'll saute it for a little bit, and then we'll add our garlic and our salt and pepper and the sauce. While that's going, we're going to take our Impossible Burger. If I can get it open. And we'll brown that up, I guess like you do hamburgers. I've never used this. Has anybody ever used this? Oh, it's starting to sizzle over there. Right now, I tell you, it looks like the consistency of hamburger, and it feels like it. See if it browns like it. That looks pretty interesting. Guess I should have put some oil in there too, huh? This is plant-based. Can't have too much olive oil. And it says to heat it to 160 degrees, kind of like you would meat too, so. So that's getting cooked down pretty good. And this is browning just like hamburger. That's pretty interesting. I have a couple of my men friends that went plant-based, and And they said this is why, because they came out with these things that are just like meat. We'll have to taste it and see. See what it tastes like. I'm glad I put that oil in there. Yeah, look, there's no nut products. There's something else I was thinking that might be in there that's not. Okay, I think this is ready for our garlic. And again, with the wide open bottle. So if you're curious, that's about how much garlic I put in there. The squeezed stuff. Maybe about 2 tablespoons. And then at this point, it called for basil. One of the recipes. So if you're seen at the store, all of the, you'll probably see this before a store video, but the herbs were kind of nasty. So I got this squeezed stuff. And it's got basil, oregano, and parsley in there. I'm pretty sure that's all it had. Basil, oregano, parsley. Yeah. Oh, it's got some rosemary in there. That's interesting. And then I'm going to put some thyme. Ooh, that's really starting to smell yummy. Even brown is better than hamburger. I like that. It actually gets like little crispy bits on it. Hamburger doesn't get crispy bits on it anymore because they put sodium water in it. That's why I like cooking it on the grill, because the water cooks off and goes down into the grill instead of in the pan. I've got my Rayos I'm going to put in there. Turn that one off too. These glass tops, they stay hot a long time. So that will actually cook because that glass top will stay hot. And then this is all cooked, so I'm going to actually remove this from the heat. We don't want that to cook anymore. So the rest of this is actually going to be our layers for our lasagna. And I'm going to leave the peels on there. I'm one, when I use cucumbers or zucchini for things, I'll usually peel like little stripes. I'll take half of it off just because I don't really care for the consistency. But this is going to be sliced really thin. And instead of cutting this yellow squash lengthwise, we're gonna cut it in little rounds, and we're gonna layer it in between the long slices. I have never made zucchini lasagna or long sliced zucchini, so this is all gonna be new to me. And the same thing with the tomatoes. We're gonna slice them pretty thin. And we're gonna have those layered. Because I'm sure you've all seen Ratatouille, if you like Disney. And it's got the tomato slices sliced real thin. Actually, I should use my mandolin for that, because that's what it's for. Because this knife doesn't feel very sharp anymore. I use these knives for everything for years. Oh my gosh, I've probably had these knives for over 20 years and never been sharpened. And they're those oh, I think no, they're not. I thought they were the Ginsu knives, but they're not. And then we're also going to layer spinach in between there, and then we're going to make an herb mixture, which I just put away the herbs. Oh no. And then we're going to make a cheese mixture along with our hamburger stuffs and our sauce. So lots of layering going on here. So let's use our mandolin. What did I take? Oh, the cheese mixture and the oil mixture. All right. And I have never used this before either, so that's going to be a fun new thing for me. It's Tupperware. Let's see, we'll try the zucchini first. That went kind of like right through there. I think I'm going to take this off and just do this by hand. Is that thin enough? They look thin. I don't want to, because I know this is very, very sharp. We'll be very careful. Oh, darn it. Maybe I should have had his gloves on or something. We'll go fix that. I fixed it. Casualty number 1. And it figures it's right where I push all the time with my thumbs.
No! Don't be doing that.
So I think I'll try to use this without the other thing. At least my fingers are away from the blade. Do as it says. Don't do as I do. All right, we'll get back to slicing. I'm never gonna get this done. Like I said, I've never used these before, so. And it wasn't staying, see? Like, if I put that in there, I guess it takes some practice. Yeah, these are smaller. That one got stuck. But I need to throw this someplace because I need the bowl. So we're gonna put it on the counter here.
I was like, wait, why do you need to put the bowl to the side if you need the bowl? I wasn't sure what you were talking about.
See, but I don't know how to do those cucumbers the long way. If I can't do this, then we're going to have to use a peeler. Those are pretty thick slices. Let's change this. What do you think, guys? It looks like it's working. But it's gonna have to go slow because I'm not gonna slice my finger again. Lesson learned. This back on the cutting board. So judging from everything that we have here, this looks like it's not gonna fit already without all the stuffings. So I'm gonna go grab a bigger pan. So this pan is a 14 by 10 and it's a little bit deeper. So that should all fit in there. Yeah, I left 2 of those little yellow squash. I'm gonna make some soups this week, so probably tomorrow because I got the day off. So those and all these little peelings and stuff will probably go in that soup. All right, now I gotta figure out what next. I think I'll do the cheese next, because this is gonna get sprinkled on the top. But I want to mix the ricotta and the tofu together. Oh no, that's actually bleeding through the Band-Aid. I'm gonna take about half of this. Maybe we'll make a dessert or something with the other half. A big mess on the counter here. Anybody else cook like this? My fingers don't work for getting things open anymore. I don't know how people do this stuff.
Tell me if you need help.
I'm gonna drain my tofu here.
I need help.
I'm gonna put all the tofu in there. And we're gonna mush all of that up. That's actually what I was looking for, is a gooey consistency. Mixing that ricotta really helps that tofu. Okay, yeah, you know what? It might be a good thing that we didn't find the Kite Hill, because I'm pretty sure that the Kite Hill ricotta is cashew.
Oh.
So we couldn't have used it with Heather. So, yeah, I'll have to check on that. I'm pretty sure it's cashew. So, there we go. There's the ricotta mixture. Tofu. And now we have an oil mixture that we're gonna make. And that's 4 tablespoons of oil, which is about a 1/4 cup. And I put the parsley away, the basil stuff. Hold on. So I got my paste again, and I'm going to put quite a bit in there because it calls for 2 tablespoons each of the parsley and the basil, and then a couple teaspoons of thyme. Salt and pepper to taste. And a teaspoon. So this is our oil that would be on top of ratatouille. You put the sauce on the bottom, you arrange your vegetables, and then you put this on top, and that's your ratatouille. But we're adding the meat and the cheese, so we're doing it more like a lasagna. I'm still going to put this on top. Okay. The Band-Aid's getting bigger because it's bleeding through the Band-Aid. Oh. Yeah, Mary's getting mad at me because she wants to clean, but she can't make noise. So, yeah, I've been taking too long. It's 9:30 and this has to cook an hour, and we really wanted to eat some tonight. So, yeah, these guys should be in bed because they gotta work tomorrow.
I'm not mad about the cleaning because I'm gonna clean no matter what, because it'll keep me up if I don't clean. I'm just unhappy that she cut herself.
Well, whatever.
That's the not good part. Hey, Amy.
You know, it happens. It's not the first time.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I'm ready to put this in the pan. So here's our pan, and I'm gonna spray it, and then I'm gonna put a layer of sauce down, and then I'll start layering all this. And I need to find a clean space to do that. So the oven's preheating at 375 degrees. I sprayed my pan. We're gonna put some of this sauce in here. Just enough to put a thin layer down on the bottom. Ooh, almost dropped that one on the floor. I'm gonna put some tomatoes on top of that. Maybe we will cut those other 2 yellow zucchini. Or yellow squash. I know everybody calls them yellow zucchini because they look like zucchinis. Sprinkle a little bit of our meat mixture on there. Doing this in thirds because we're going to make 3 layers. Okay, so now we're going to take those layers didn't quite go as I thought, but It works, whatever. It's all gonna go in one place, in your tummy, right? That's what my mom always used to tell me. It's all gonna be in your tummy. Spread this oil around on top, and then we'll put the mozzarella over that. Just make sure I cover all the zucchini. Smells good. Okay, now I'm gonna put foil on top of it and cook it for 40 minutes. I'll uncover it and cook it for another 20. Actually, this is a much deeper pan. I think I'm gonna cook it for 50. Uncover it and then cook it for another 20. How that goes. Keep 375. My oven is hot. Oh, don't mind my oven. I didn't realize it's still that dirty. That's another project, huh? We have a self-cleaning oven. I guess I should use it. All right. It's in the oven. Finally. It's 9:45. It's in the oven.
Oh yeah, there it is.
If I didn't have to deal with that, I would have had it done an hour ago.
Yeah.
So, all right.
One like a kip really quick. Hi, bud. Want to boop the camera? Boop.
I just told Heather that it never fails whenever I have something really light on and I'm dealing with spaghetti sauce. I always get it on the front of me. Darn! Oh boy. So the dishwasher is going. Most of the dishes are done. The counter's clean. I chopped up all the leftover little stuff that was there. And that's going to go in a soup tomorrow for me and Mary. And I've got zucchini. I'll figure out something else. Or the yellow squash. And my onion, that'll go in the soup tomorrow too, and some of the leftover spinach. I'm gonna make 2 different soups, one for me and Mary and one for Heather, because we're gonna put kielbasa in Heather's, and Mary and I are gonna do just plant-based, so it's gonna be just a veggie one. Yeah. Oh, it's hot. There it is. See, that fake cheese didn't melt like regular cheese, but I bet it's good. And then we got the ricotta in there, so that's got to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ta-da! I'm going to cut some up, and we'll show you what it looks like inside. And I'm going to pack some up for Heather and Mary for their lunches tomorrow. Yay! Sorry, my dishwasher is still going, but here's what they look like. That's Mary's, that's Heather's, and that's what it looks like all cut up. And like I said, that's a 14 by 10 pan, and it's like an inch deeper than a regular other pan. It kind of shrunk because it's vegetables, so that's good. It's a little soupy, but we'll probably eat the soupy part too. That's it. Yum! Oh my gosh, you guys. I cut up that lasagna into little bits and just mixed it up. Look at all those goodies in there. Oh, yum. It is so good. So good.